Right from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from...
So I recently moved houses. I was able to redo my home office. If you'd like to see my old home office, check out the link below in the description. My workspace has really been evolving over the years. I think I've really got it dialed into a good combination of functionality and style, and I really enjoy working in this new space. Hi, my name is Justin Miller. I'm going to show you around my new home office and all the updates I made to make me a more productive graphic designer. If you'd like to see my previous, much smaller home office, check out the link in the description below. Before we get into this video, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. I plan on putting a new video out once a week. It took me a little while to get my office set up and get rolling again, but now that everything is in place, I can start putting out videos once a week. And if there's anything you'd like to see in particular, just let me know. So I've recently moved and had the opportunity to take over a larger room in our home. A lot of the same furniture and items I was able to bring over from the smaller home office with a few upgrades I've made here and there. The biggest change I've made to my workspace is my desk and main work area. So I wanted something big enough that I could spread out and work on sketches on one area and then maybe more computer work on the other side. In my previous office, I had an L-shaped desk and it was kind of cramped and I had trouble being able to spread out and work on different things, and it was just always, it was just a little bit too small for what I needed. So I leave my large iMac set up on the right side of the desk there. Now you mainly use that for consuming YouTube videos and media, not so much work, and then do most of my work on my smaller iMac on the other side of the desk there. So I've gone through several different types of desks and iterations, everything that I've bought and tried to make, but I think hands down this is by far the best desk setup that I've had in my design career. So I wanted to keep the desk build super simple. I went out and bought a 4x8 foot piece of just regular plywood, cut it directly in half, and then glued it and nailed it together, and then surrounded it with a trim piece. Holding it up are a set of hairpin legs that I ordered off of Amazon. I wanted something that was a little bit less bulky and still had some strength to hold up this larger size table. If you'd like a link to these legs, I think they make them for a side table as well, but they're super cheap and they came just in a couple of days. My main driver is just the MacBook Pro paired with the Logitech mouse. I can't say enough good things about this mouse. I've got it programmed to work cohesively with all the different design programs, Illustrator, InDesign, Photoshop. I've got hotkeys programmed to make my workflow faster and more efficient. So you can get the same mouse for a little bit cheaper now. I think they've come out with a newer version since then, so this current version is a little bit cheaper. If you'd like a link to this mouse, you can find one in the description below. So I would not be able to use my MacBook Pro without the hyperdrive connection, the USB hub. It allows me to hook up multiple devices, my external hard drives, SD cards, micro SD cards, power, keeps everything together in one simple area. So in the corner of my office, I have my reading area and lens storage. I love having a dedicated reading spot, and it's something I try to do every morning. I would recommend reading into your daily routine. You don't have to read a ton, but just enough to work through a book in a reasonable amount of time. Instead of browsing Instagram in the morning or doing some other brainless activity, you could just open a book and read for 10 or 15 minutes. I find that when I start my day with reading and something productive, the rest of my day seems to go a lot more smooth. And reading is great. You can get nuggets of information and become a better worker, a better person, and all around just a smarter human being. So for all of my lens storage, I picked up these shelves that I feel like match the room pretty well. It's basically made out of industrial piping, and then I created the wood shelves that sit on top and stained them to match everything else in the room. Seeing all of them stacked from smallest to largest just kind of fulfills every kind of OCD tendency I have. And I can grab and go quickly, whatever lens I need, instead of keeping them stashed away in a bag somewhere. I'm able to see and grab them whenever I need them. Up above the lenses are old cameras and a couple new ones. Most of them still work. The video cameras don't work, but I still use some of the old film cameras for little projects here and there. A lot of these old film cameras belong to my grandfather. He kept really good care of them. I still enjoyed taking them out and using them, and they still take really incredible images. So across from my little reading nook And a corner there is my bookshelf filled with all of my books. So there's nothing really groundbreaking here with the bookshelf. It's pretty much the same as it was in my old setup. I've got it split up into different categories, design, self-help, fiction, nonfiction, and then all my gear storage is stored at the bottom. I also like to reread books every now and then, so a lot of these books are ones that I've read several times, and I'll break them out every now and then and reread them and maybe get a different insight that I didn't get before. Lastly, I got a junky storage closet full of stuff that is not really organized very well. It's become kind of a catch-all for all of my random YouTube video-related items. It's not super organized, but it does the trick in hiding stuff. I'm able to cram everything in there and make my room look somewhat clean and organized. At some point, I'll probably go through and organize everything and make it more efficient. But for now, it's just more of a catch-all for all of my items. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next video.